From blocks whose colors don't match to mobs stealing your loot, here are 25 of the most annoying things inside of Minecraft. Number 1. Did you know that every single type of fence gate can connect, with one exception? Try putting dark oak and birch fences together, or oak and spruce fences. They all work without a hitch. That is, until you try using nether brick fences, which does not connect no matter what you do. Number 2. Dispensers are super useful, especially for bone mealing crops, but Mojang sure made them a pain to craft. This is because each dispenser requires its own bow, which cannot be stacked. This means that in order to make just 15 dispensers, you'll need to fill half your inventory with bows. Number 3. Steve has quite an appetite and can eat an impressive 3 steaks at a time. However, what's even more terrifying is his ability to eat wood. When you use a bowl for food such as mushroom stew, look carefully at the particles. You'll notice that you aren't just eating the stew, but the wooden bowl as well. I feel a bit misled about what I've been eating. Number 4. If we take a look at all of the stripped logs and then their plank counterpart, all of them match perfectly, except for dark oak. Oddly enough, the planks are much darker than the actual stripped log. It would be nice for Mojang to match it, but personally, I somewhat like the new look. Number 5. I have not met a single person who actually likes the Phantom, which is ironic since this mob came into the game via a community mob vote. But in practice, all Phantoms do is attack you while you're building, and they're so small, it can be impossible to hit them. Number 6. Java and Bedrock editions both have noticeable differences, like armor shards and other miscellaneous features. But there's one missing feature that really grinds my gears. After being out for over 6 years, Hardcore mode has still not been added to Bedrock edition. Number 7. If you are one to use signs in your builds, you might have noticed this. When placing a sign on a full block or on the ground, it looks completely normal, right? But as soon as you place it against a slab and look at it from underneath, you'll start to see that there is a 1 pixel gap in between the block and the sign. Number 8. Clearing out large quantities of water is quite the pain. Because of Minecraft's design, water fills itself in most of the time, which means you typically need to fill it all with blocks or utilize a ton of sponges near the water's surface. Either way, this is one task you definitely want to avoid. Number 9. When chains were added to Minecraft, the community had hoped that there would finally be a chainmail armor recipe. It used to be craftable with fire blocks, but this was no longer a realistic option. Unfortunately, Mojang let us down once again, and they decided to make chains just for decoration. Number 10. One of the most frustrating things in Minecraft has to be the abandoned mine shafts. No, not those fun chests on minecarts, but those darn cave spider spawners which are covered in cobwebs. One hit, and now you're poisoned for what feels like forever. If I'm gonna die anywhere in the mines, odds are it'll be at one of these locations. Number 11. When you go mining and find diamonds, you think everything is gonna be great. You stand on top of diamonds and start mining. However, you soon realize that this was a mistake, as you fall right into lava and lose all of your loot, and even those precious diamonds. Number 12. Trampling crops is quite an annoyance. You have your perfect farm all perfectly grown and organized, and then someone jumps all over your crops, completely ruining it. Not only does it look terrible, but now you have to locate a hoe from your chest to re-till the ground. Plus, all of that perfectly good food was wasted. Number 13. Baby zombies are an interesting mob. Even though they deal less damage than a normal zombie, they're faster, smaller, and attack quicker. Moreover, their small size allows them to fit through spaces that large zombies might not be able to. The most annoying part about these mobs is just how hard they are to hit when running around at full speed. Number 14. Let's say you randomly got swarmed by pillagers half an hour ago, and you killed the raid captain. Well, you could still be waiting a whole hour for the bad omen effect to subside, given that it lasts for a ridiculous 1 hour and 40 minutes. If you ask me, that's way too long for any effect to last. Number 15. You know what drives me crazy? These tall trees, especially the big oak trees, because they're too tall to chop down by just standing on the grass. So you've either got to leave the top of the tree floating in the air, or pillar up the tree to break the logs at the top. And oftentimes there are additional logs that are hiding behind the leaves at the top. Everything about this process is just a disaster. Number 16. If you've traveled thousands of blocks away from your spawn to build your house, you might have placed a bed down to mark your new spot. This will work to ensure you spawn at the new location. But uh-oh, a creeper decides to walk into your house and blows up you and your new bed. Unfortunately, you would be stuck with the annoyance of having to travel thousands of blocks, potentially losing your items, just to get back to where you were. Number 17. Next time you're moving an ender chest, ensure you have the right tool or you'll be thoroughly annoyed. If you break it with an axe, nothing will drop, and if you break it with a pickaxe, you'll only get 8 obsidian blocks. Interestingly enough, you can actually get the obsidian by using a wood pickaxe. However, the only way to stop from losing your chest is to have a Silk Touch enchantment on your pick. Number 18. The most complicated block in Minecraft has to be the painting. No matter what you do, it always takes ages to not only find the correct painting, but to get the correct size as well. You might have the painting you wanted, but it could be in the wrong spot. The randomness associated with painting can make the creation of your secret exit much more frustrating than anticipated. Number 19. There's nothing quite like the feeling of placing that last block on your house, right? Until an Enderman picks up the block from your house and decides to run away with it. This can be especially annoying when it's a valuable block, such as diamond, and then you have to try to use your bow to stop them. The Enderman is almost impossible to hit. Number 20. Have you gotten all the way down a cave system with the goal of finding diamonds just to notice you ran out of food? You might get lucky and find an abandoned mine shaft, which could spawn golden apples or bread, but more likely you'll have no luck finding any food underground, and will be forced to pillar all the way back up before starving to death in the mines. Number 21. Mojang seems to be wildly inconsistent with what blocks count as transparent. If we look at cobwebs, you'd think sunlight would go through them, but skeletons can sit under these cobwebs with no problems without burning. Then, when you place chests, which are an even more solid looking block, the skeletons start burning. Number 22. The cauldron might be one of the worst blocks in the game. Even though it's a block that can fully store water, it doesn't have the properties of one. Not only can you not land in the cauldron without taking fall damage, but you also can't even riptide out of it with a trident. Number 23. Stone tools are a staple of Minecraft and necessary to progress through the tiers. You usually craft them using cobblestone and some sticks. But does anyone find it odd that you literally cannot craft a stone pickaxe with actual stone blocks? It's annoying because the stone block should be closer to a stone pickaxe than cobblestone is. Number 24. At one point in our Minecraft history, I think we've all fallen into a pit of lava when we weren't paying attention. At times, it can be exciting when you manage to survive and clutch on low HP. On the other hand, when you die and your diamond armor and efficiency 5 pickaxe falls in the lava, it can be one rage-inducing experience. Number 25. While we all like to fancy ourselves as architectural experts, it's been known to happen where you get halfway through building your house, take a step back, and it's not even symmetrical. Consequently, you're either going to have to completely rebuild parts of your house or suffer with an unfortunate looking aesthetic. Alright folks, please subscribe if you found these tips to be frustrating or annoying. Like the video, and then you can click the video on screen for more Minecraft content where we teach you how to get Minecraft done right.